Elon Musk, billionaire, the richest man in the world, exposes George Soros and others behind the plans to block his takeover of Twitter. Declaring that sunlight is the best disinfectant, Elon Musk exposed the shadowy far left figures who are determined to sabotage his Twitter purchase in order to stop him bringing free speech back to social media, as he claims. Unsurprisingly, George Soros funded leftists and various European governments have all been implicated, also in the United States. Politicians and very famous people indicate the implications in the investigation launched by Elon Musk to find out who is opposed to free speech on the platform. The high-profile liberal figures have joined together to encourage advertisers to boycott Twitter if Elon Musk brings his promised policy on unfettered free speech, according to Daily Mail. So they're getting together, trying to cause the advertisers to boycott Twitter. 26 NGOs and advocacy groups signed a letter expressing concern about the world's richest man plan. That's Musk, of course. Musk himself responded to the letter asking who funded them. The answer being an assortment of, quote, dark money groups like George Soros's Open Society Foundations, NGOs funded by Clinton and Obama former administration staffers, wealthy Democrat donors and their family foundations, labor unions, and the governments of European nations. Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter will further toxify our information ecosystem and be a direct threat to public safety, especially among those already most vulnerable and marginalized. This is what they wrote in their letter. They warned that advertising on Twitter would see their company risks association with the platform amplifying extremism and misinformation and conspiracy theories. The author said, under Musk's management, Twitter risks becoming a cesspool of misinformation with your brand attached, polluting our information ecosystem in a time where trust in institutions and news media is already in an all-time low. And the letter goes on to say, your ad dollars can either fund Musk's vanity project or hold him to account. We call on you to demand Musk uphold these basic standards of community trust and safety and to pull your advertising spending from Twitter if they are not. I mean, look at this. Musk, in response to the letter, tweeted, who funds these organizations and want to control your access to information? Let's investigate. This is what Elon Musk says. And the critique he adds, sunlight is the best disinfectant. And he goes on to, top advertisers on Twitter, your brand risk associated with platform amplifying extremism. And this is what they say. Sincerely, it's signed by Access Now, it's in alphabetical order. Accountable Tech, Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Center for Countering Digital Hate, Empowering Pacific Islander Communities, EPIC for short, Face the Music Collective, Fair Vote UK, Free Press, Friends of the Earth, Gender Equity Policy Institute, GLAAD, GLAAD, Global Projection Against Hate and Extremism, Indivisible Northern Nevada, Kairos, Media Matters for America, Media Justice, NARAL, Pro-Choice America, National Hispanic Media Coalition, Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice, Reproaction, Stop Online Violence Against Women, Inc., The Sparrow Project, Ultraviolet, Union of Concerned Scientists, V-Day, 1 Billion Rising, and Women's March. So this is what he says, and I've just read them for you. There's 26, signed by 26 organizations. The letter signed by 26 groups sent on headed paper bearing the logos of Accountable Tech, Media Matters for America, and Ultraviolet. And it goes on to show you what these groups are for, each one of them. Now, European governments are strongly involved in backing another of the signatories, Access Now, begun during the 2009 Iranian election as an activist group to organize and protest election fraud and report on human rights abuses. The group is now global with offices worldwide. Their largest donor, according to the latest report, is the Swedish government's development agency SIDA, followed by Soros Open Society Foundations. The governments of Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands have contributed large amounts, as well as Justin Trudeau's Canadian government. This is by Baxter Dimitri News Punch. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.